The Black Friday deals are here. I wanted to do a video on the best early Black Friday deals because they started early this year. And honestly, I'm not opposed to it. I like the idea of having more time to shop rather than just having everything crammed in one weekend. And I feel like brands are starting to spread their sales out throughout the month of November. So if you are looking to get a jump start on things, if you're looking to pick up something specific, I wanted to share what I think are the best deals happening right now. I'll go through some specific recommendations as well as like brand site-wide sales. And then I think I might come back and do a part 2 next week once we find out additional sale information. I'm going to put a Google Doc in the description box below. I'll update that document over the next couple of weeks, like every single day. I'll share any additional deals I find. Last year, I think I had like 100, 150 different sales, so feel free to reference that. But again, I might film part 2 next week, just depending on how many more sales we see. So let's start with a couple of my top Amazon recommendations. I do want to say thank you to Hailey's for sponsoring this portion of today's video. I think Hailey's makes really beautiful formulas that are long wearing. If you live in a hot, humid climate, if you have combo or oily skin, or honestly, you just want your makeup products to last all day long, Hailey's is such a great option. I've been so impressed by the brand as a whole. They make really beautiful, just luxury quality formulas at accessible prices. And fun fact, Ashley Ocampo, the founder and cosmetic chemist behind Hailey's, is Filipina like me. So I just loved reading that. But Hailey's is going to be 25% off on Amazon during their Black Friday sale. So I want to share a couple of my top recommendations with you. The first one is the Re-veal Lash Lengthening Mascara. I've told you in a couple of recent videos that I'm not as into the overly dramatic, almost bordering on clumpy looking lashes. I still like drama, I like volume and length, but I do prefer something a little bit more natural these days, and this is the perfect option. I actually haven't tried anything quite like this. It's an innovative Korean formula that truly holds the curl in place all day long. This is such a lightweight mascara. Honestly, the first time I tried it, I was actually amazed because I didn't even realize how badly most mascaras were weighing down my lashes until trying this one, because it truly lifts and keeps your lashes curled all day. This wand is really great because it does grab onto each individual lash. I don't have a lot of lashes, and it really does make it look like I have more than I do. Like, it even gets the super small ones on the outer and inner corners. It doesn't irritate my eyes. There's no flaking or smudging throughout the day. You truly just get beautifully defined lashes. I also recommend their lash curler. It definitely does a great job of curling my straight lashes. And you can actually get both of these in a bundle for $28, but again, 25% off during Amazon's Black Friday sale. The next product is a little bit of a newer launch from Hailey's, but I wanted to share it with you because I think it is the perfect multitasking product. I love the shades, especially for the holiday season. It is the Remark Dual-Ended Lipstick and Liner. So it's a 2-in-1. You get a super long-wearing lip liner, and then on the other side, a beautiful, creamy, smooth lipstick, and these two pair perfectly together. I actually love that they didn't create the exact same shade in both formulas. They're slightly different. So the liner is a little bit darker, so you can actually use it to contour and define. And again, it is very long wearing, so it stays in place really well. And then the lipstick has this perfect, smooth, lightweight texture that feels really nourishing on the lips. So they complement each other really nicely. All three of these shades are beautiful. I naturally gravitate toward like the lighter kind of soft nude pink, but during the holiday season, I love a good red, a good berry, and these are really bold and beautiful, but also comfortable. I actually saw a video on Instagram where someone was using this as like a blush and contour as well. Because it is such a creamy, smooth formula, you can totally use it that way, and that makes it even more of a multitasker. So definitely check out Hailey's on Amazon. Like I said, you can get 25% off during the Black Friday sale. I'll put a link to the specific products I mentioned in the description box, as well as their store, so you can scroll through because you can also get 25% off there as well. They have a lot of beautiful formulas, a lot of great complexion products too. So thanks again to Hailey's for sponsoring this video. A few more Amazon recommendations. There will be hundreds, if not thousands, of beauty products on sale. So I do encourage you to kind of look through your purchases in the past, maybe search specific brands you're interested in trying, because chances are there will be maybe some sort of discount, but I just kind of pulled out a few that I highly recommend. I use every single day or I repurchase consistently. I really like the brand Kitsch. They make a lot of great hair accessories. I don't do too many hair accessories, but I do love like their tiny mini claw clips because I wear my hair half up quite a bit, and these are great. I tend to lose them. They're super small, and I feel like I just can't have enough of them on hand. So I do plan on repurchasing these because they are on sale. They have black and brown, but they also have really cute, colorful ones too. I also love their nylon hair ties. ties. Kind of a boring thing to shop for during Black Friday, but honestly, again, something that I need to have on hand. I've recently switched because I was using like tiny rubber bands to pull my hair back when I would do a slick back, and I've been dealing with a little bit of breakage, and I think it's partially because those rubber bands are just really harsh on the hair. So that's the reason why I love the Kitsch nylon hair ties, because they are just very gentle, they're really flexible, they don't lose their shape. So highly recommend those if you haven't tried them in the past. A couple of makeup bags. I don't know if you are in need of a new makeup bag, but there's actually like the perfect sized one that I keep either like lip gloss, hand sanitizer, like a couple of tiny things in. And if I'm carrying a bigger bag, it's perfect because this will slip right into the bag, but it has all of my essentials in it, but it's not so large that it takes up my entire bag. So I have one of these. I use it super consistently. It even fits in a lot of my smaller purses. And then there is a little bit of a bigger makeup bag that I use that I bring with me when I travel. I like this size because it is smaller, so it kind of forces me to keep my makeup collection or my travel makeup bag on the smaller side if I'm going out of town. I also have one of these that I keep in my house to keep like my nail stuff in. It's really good for organization, and because it is clear on top, it's kind of nice because you can see exactly what's in there at a glance. Also, the quality is really, really nice, and it's already pretty affordable, but if you can save even more, obviously that's ideal. This is kind of random as well, but the Tweezerman tweezers are so good. Like, these are the best tweezers ever. I swear I tried them like way back in the day, like 2012, and I honestly never found any tweezers that I loved as much. So if you are looking for new tweezers, again, kind of random, not like the most fun thing to shop on Black Friday, but I'm kind of like a practical Black Friday shopper. I'm not always looking for like the highest ticket items, the most fun things. I'm more so purchasing things that I know I'll use and love, or things that I've had on my wish list for a little while. So if you need new tweezers, those are a great option. Oh, this is a product that I have been using like every single day ever since I purchased it a couple of months ago, the Wavytalk thermal brush. I wear my hair straight a lot more often. I used to never wear my hair like this, and I used to just use a regular curling iron. Somebody recommended this to me, and it makes such a difference. I honestly just use it on like the very ends of my hair, and I feel like it kind of creates like a blowout styled look without getting an actual blowout. I basically just like run it through the ends of my hair and flip them under, and it just gives it a styled look without a lot of effort. And if you have dry ends, like I definitely have dry ends because I use a lot of heat on my hair, it makes them look like you just got a trim. I probably could use a trim, but such a great product. Like, this is probably my #1 hair tool right now. There's nothing else that I ever want to reach for after discovering this, because it is so quick and easy and it makes such a difference. Of course, I recommend the Double First Spray Serum. Whenever that's on sale, I always grab a backup because it is something that I use so consistently, especially now that the weather is a little bit colder where I live. I am using that more than ever in the morning before I do my makeup, throughout the day, especially if I am taking the time to touch up my makeup. If I like add any sort of powder, I'll spray that over it just to give more of a natural look. And then I like to use it at night after I do my skincare too. I'm actually going to do a separate video on Ulta and Sephora's Black Friday deals. And then I usually do another one on Ulta's Cyber Monday deals, just because they usually have a ton to cover. Ulta is currently doing like an early Black Friday sale that's been going on for most of November. So if you can catch the end of that, there are some categories that are currently on sale. If you're looking for anything specific in these categories, I'll put a picture on the screen. But at this point, I might wait until they start their like actual Black Friday deals this weekend, because they usually have some really amazing options. Okay, let's go through some of the individual brand deals. A lot of brands have started their Black Friday sales early this year, and then some are doing like actual early Black Friday discounts, and then they'll change once Black Friday hits. So these are the ones that are currently available. Let's start with BK Beauty. They're having some really great deals right now. So I know a lot of people have been curious about BK Beauty, or they love the brushes. Now is the chance to either repurchase your go-tos or try something new for a discount. They are doing 25 to 30% off the entire site. I think the bigger discounts kind of come into play if you're purchasing a bundle. So if you need multiple brushes, whether those are face brushes or eye brushes, you can save even more by purchasing a bundle online. But you can also purchase individual brushes at a discounted price too. If you place an order of $150 or more, you will get a free concealer brush. It's the A506, which is actually one of my favorites. If you're looking for single brushes, I'll just share a couple of my top recommendations. The A506 is great as a concealer brush. I really do love that one. I know it gets a lot of hype on social media, but the shape and the texture texture is really beautiful. I don't have all of them in front of me, but the 101 is great as a foundation brush. I love the shape of this. The density is perfect. It gives you like a nice airbrush finish, but you can also use it to buff product into the skin if you want a little bit more of a natural finish. What's the one that I've been loving a lot? I actually just repurchased another one. I think it is the 111, which is like their mini foundation brush. I actually love that for concealer and cream blush. It's my favorite for cream blush because it is a little bit smaller. I feel like I can really target my application rather than over applying my blush. And then I do love the new Nikki LaRose collection. So one of my favorite brushes is the N20. I've talked about this a lot. Perfect for blush application. And then I've also been loving, where did it go? I don't have all of my brushes in front of me because I kind of do my makeup in like two different places. Sometimes I do it sitting here and then sometimes I do it standing up where my makeup collection is. They have like this triangular shaped brush, which is so perfect for concealer, for powder. So that's a great option too. And I believe the entire bundle is discounted during Black Friday. We'll just go alphabetically. So next is Buxom. They will probably have like a site-wide Black Friday deal, but right now they're doing an extra 35% off the limited edition holiday kits. And I actually gift Buxom makeup to a couple of people in my life. I feel like so many people I know love the Buxom lip glosses. Like they are such a staple. They're so beautiful. The formula is great. They're comfortable. They have like that cooling, plumping sensation. So if you wanted to grab a bundle, now's actually a great chance because normally when they bundle the products in there, you're getting a little bit of a savings, but 35% off on top of that is pretty significant. Charlotte Tilbury does a ton of different Black Friday discounts. I mean, honestly, I almost wouldn't recommend like buying a lot of their products for full price throughout the year because I think pretty much everything goes on sale during Black Friday and they do some really great discounts, but they tend to only do them for like a day or two. So throughout the next week, if you're really into Charlotte Tilbury, I would keep an eye on the website or follow them on social media to see which different deals they're going to be having. And I'll keep you updated in my next video once they announce them. But right now they're doing up to 50% off iconic beauty kits through November 25th. So they have a bunch of like bundles, duos, sets available on their website, and you can save by purchasing whatever they have if there's something that catches your eye. Again, if you're looking for like a site-wide discount or you're looking for a discount on something specific and it's not currently on sale, I would just wait because chances are they will have some good discounts coming up over the next week. So Fenty's sale hasn't started yet, but it does start on Monday. So I wanted to mention it because they're doing early access, and the early access sale is actually a higher discount than like their actual Black Friday sale. So if you want to shop on the 24th and the 25th, you can use the code SOCIALVIP to get 30% off. And then they're doing a free gift with purchase, although you might have to spend a certain amount. If you want to wait until November 26th, through the 30th, they're doing 25% off site-wide. There might be some exclusions during the early access. I feel like a lot of brands have certain exclusions, but it might be worth checking because 30% off is pretty significant. And then for Cyber Monday, from the 1st to the 2nd, they're also doing 25% off, but there is a gift with purchase as well. And then I know there are quite a few Fenty products discounted, I think at Ulta and Sephora. So if you prefer to shop at one of those retailers, maybe keep an eye as well. But they have some really great sets this year. As I was looking through the Fenty sets, like there were a few that I wanted to try. I did pick up one that had a lip oil and a mini lip gloss, and I love it. I got it on sale during the Sephora savings event, but I could have gotten 30% off if I waited until Black Friday. Glossier's sale is starting a little bit early, so they're doing 25% off site-wide, and then on orders of $100 or more, you'll actually get 30% off. I don't really have any specific Glossier recommendations to share. I've tried some products from them in the past, and I've enjoyed them. A lot of you said that you do love their Balm.com lip balms, so I kind of want to try those, but I don't know if I'll go on their website and place an order just for those specifically. I'm kind of waiting for like holiday sets to go on clearance because there are a few that I've been eyeing, and if I can get them for a discount like after the holiday season, I definitely will. Huda Beauty always has a really big sale, which has started. They are doing up to 80% off. There are so many products on Huda Beauty's website. I think at least last year, it included like Kaoli as well because there were some perfumes on sale that I tried to get my hands on, or did I? I think I actually might have gotten a trio last year during Black Friday or the year before, and I got a really great deal on it. So I recommend going through and seeing if any of your favorites are discounted enough for you to want to repurchase them. They are doing a couple of gifts with purchase, I think depending on how much you spend as well. A couple of my favorites, I haven't actually seen like the very specific discounts because I didn't log into my account yet, but I believe based on the photo, the Icy Nude palette is on sale. I purchased that last year during the holiday season and I love it. It is the most beautiful cool toned palette, especially for winter. I do love the Easy Blur primer, the Easy Blur foundation. I also love the Easy Bake powder. That's a staple for me too. Macy's is having a really big early Black Friday sale, and I'm sure we'll see additional products discounted over the next week. But I was scrolling through yesterday and there were some really, really good discounts. So, highly recommend checking that out, especially if any of your go to brands are sold at Macy's. They are doing up to 50% off Tarte products. Technically, select Tarte products, but a lot of different options were available for a discounted price, and some of them were pretty highly discounted. So, if any of your go to products are sold there, highly recommend checking it out. They're also doing up to 66% off select Too Faced products. So again, not everything is going to be discounted, but I saw there was a palette that was on sale. One of my favorite products from Too Faced is like their Lady Bold lipstick line. Love that line. Those are discounted right now. A lot of different options. Foreo is having a sale, which did I skip Foreo? Oh no, I just realized I separated like makeup, skincare, and then hair products. So I will get to Foreo. They're doing a discount on their website, but I love my Foreo tools. Specifically, I use Bear and UFO or my UFO very, very often, and they are doing 50% off both of those. Those can be a little bit pricey, so if you can get them for 50% off, if you've been curious about them, that's a great deal. The UFO is the product that you like attach a little skincare mask to and it infuses your skin with it. You kind of like massage your face with it. It has like different LED light therapy included, so I do love that product. And then the Bear is actually a microcurrent device that works to kind of lift and sculpt the face. Macy's is also doing a 30% off City Beauty, so if you love like their plumping lip gloss that has gone viral or any of their skincare, 30% off is pretty significant. I don't know if their individual website will have an even better deal than that, but just wanted to mention that if you are a fan. Melt Cosmetics is having a sale. I kind of forgot about Melt. I feel like they haven't been launching much over the last couple of years, but they are doing a sale. They're doing it a little bit differently. So if you buy one item, you get 10% off, two, 20%, three, 30%, four, 40%, and then five or more, 50% off. So I thought that was a pretty big discount. I mean, if you love the brand or you wanted to repurchase some of your go-to products, you can get up to 50% off. Milk Makeup is currently doing a 30% off site-wide and then up to 50% off select items. So you can get a higher discount depending on what you purchase. And then they're doing a free gift with purchase on orders of $75 or more. With that 30% off, their gift sets might be worth checking out because they do have quite a few gift sets available this year. And a lot of the products in them are like products that have gone viral, that are super popular. They weren't the best deal this year in terms of value. I mean, most of the time you were getting added value compared to what you pay, but with that additional 30% off on top of those, smaller savings, I do think you could save quite a bit if you're looking to try them yourself or give them as gifts to someone in your life. I actually don't have the specific dates for Natasha Denona sales, so theirs might not be like an early Black Friday sale, but they are doing 25% off site-wide, including new products. I think that's a higher discount than they normally do, so I did want to throw it out there in case you wanted to pick something up. I'm wearing their new eyeshadow palette on my eyes today, just like a very simple, soft look, but that has been just my go-to palette because it has so many beautiful neutral shadows in it. Nordstrom is having a ton of deals up to 60% off beauty products, so if you want to scroll through, there are a ton of options on sale. So again, I would say if there is like a specific brand you purchase at Nordstrom, something you go for over and over again, or like a gift set that you want to buy for someone, it might be worth seeing if it is discounted. One Size by Patrick Starrr is 30% off site-wide. And then I saw that they're also doing up to 60% off select products, depending on what you purchase. I did see there was a set on the Patrick Starrr. I always want to mix up Patrick Ta and Patrick Starrr. I did see there was a set on the One Size website that came with 3 of the setting sprays for I think like 33% off. So I think that's a great deal. If you go through this product consistently like I do, that might be worth grabbing. They don't have that at Sephora, or I probably would have purchased it, to be honest. I purchased the set that came with a full size and then a mini. But the set that comes with 3 is actually $66.30, which is close to like buy 2, get 1 free. They have a few different sets or bundles available, and then the actual individual products are discounted too. Patrick Ta is currently doing 20% off site-wide. I don't think he actually had a sale last year. If I can remember right, I think it was just like a free gift with purchase. This year, you can get a percentage off of the website, which is great. If you missed out on your products during the Sephora VIB sale, if you weren't VIB Rouge, they're also doing 2 free gifts with purchase on orders of over $150 or more. I do love my Patrick Ta eyeshadow palettes. The 6-pan palettes he recently came out with look beautiful. I didn't try those just because I have like the full-sized matte palette, which is great. But if something was on my list, it would probably be those. And I've thought about trying like the glittery eyeshadow duos from time to time. I just haven't wanted to spend the money on them, but those look pretty too. And then I love his blush duos. Like you can't go wrong with those. I feel like they are worth the money at the full price point. So 20% off is amazing. Not a lot of drugstore brands have started their sales, but Profusion did. They're actually doing 25% off site-wide through Cyber Monday. So if you have any products from there that you wanted to try or stock up on, definitely a great chance. Just a couple more. Smashbox also started their sale. They're doing 30% off site-wide plus free gifts with purchase. And then Summer Fridays is doing like an early access sale. So I don't know if it will change next week, but currently they're doing a 15% off site-wide. Okay, I have a couple of skincare deals to share with you and then a few hair care deals as well. Not as many, but I'll keep you posted as more become available. First Aid Beauty is doing 30% off site-wide and free shipping. I love the Ultra Repair Cream. That's something that I've used in the past very regularly for me, for my entire family. So I actually might grab that because as we head into winter, I feel like that will come in handy. Foreo is doing up to 50% off site-wide. If you're looking for a very specific tool, I would check Macy's, Nordstrom, Ulta, like wherever they are sold, because you might be able to get a better discount at one of those retailers, especially what did I mention earlier? Macy's had 50% off Bear and UFO. I think they are maybe like slightly older models, but honestly for me, I'd rather spend a little bit less and get an older model because I've had mine for years and they still work perfectly. Maely's is doing 25% off site-wide. I love their body serums. They're really great, especially during the winter. I feel like I'm more so focused on body care just because my skin is so dry. It can use like all of the hydrating ingredients it can get. And I do think that Maely's has some really beautiful formulas that just sink into the skin and leave your skin feeling so good. Murad is 30% off site-wide. I love Murad skincare so much, but their products are pretty pricey, so I really try not to buy them at full price. My favorite product from them is definitely their Rapid Dark Spot Correcting Serum. That really does make a difference if you struggle with hyperpigmentation, acne scarring. I love that product. I also really like their cleansers, and you do get a lot of product in their cleansers. Also, if you are spending $150 or more, which isn't hard to do on the Murad website, you get a free full-size retinol eye treatment, which I think is worth like $90. So that's really nice too. Paula's Choice is doing 25% off, but if you spend over $120 or more, you'll get 30% off. Their BHA is still like one of my top favorite products. I've been repurchasing it for years and years. It is such a beautiful formula. Definitely recommend that. And then Skinfix is 25% off site-wide. Skinfix has really gentle products. If you have very dry skin, very easily irritated skin, if you have eczema-prone skin, they have so many beautiful formulas. Again, I tend to use a lot of their products in the winter when my skin is just really irritated because they're very, very calming. Tatcha is 25% off site-wide through December 3rd. I don't have any specific recommendations to share with you, but just wanted to put it out there in case you're interested in the brand. And then the Inkey list is doing up to 30% off site-wide. They're already fairly affordable, so it's really nice to be able to get 30% off because I feel like that is a very significant discount. A lot of brands are doing 30% off this year, which is nice to see. The Ordinary is doing 23% off site-wide through December 7th. They usually do like a month-long sale, so you can shop, throughout the entire month, which is always nice too. Okay, finishing up with a couple of hair and nail deals, not too many because a lot of brands haven't really launched anything early, but Briogeo is doing between 30 and 50% off site-wide. Briogeo hair masks are really beautiful. I love the avocado and kiwi one. That's the one that comes in like green packaging. Avocado and kiwi doesn't sound like it would be the most amazing scent, but it kind of has like this sweet candy-like scent to it, and it leaves my hair feeling so soft, so smooth. They are also doing a free full-size deep conditioner if you spend $100 or more. Color Wow is doing 30% off select products now through December 1st. And then Dry Bar is doing 30% off site-wide through November 23rd. So I'm assuming they're going to have like a different sale starting then. That might include like a couple of gifts with purchase, or maybe they'll do probably not a higher discount, but it says for now through the 23rd. Static Nails, one of my go-to nail brands, is doing up to 60% off site-wide. So I need to check that out because I am running kind of low on nails right now. So I'll probably go through and see which ones are on sale and grab a couple of those. T3 is doing 30% off site-wide. I think I actually purchased what was it? It was like a curling iron trio with like interchangeable wands a couple of years ago during Black Friday because it was a significant discount and I really hadn't seen it go on sale like that anywhere else. So if you love T3 and their hair tools, definitely recommend shopping during Black Friday because I feel like that's when you'll get the best deal. Okay, that was a lot. There are a ton of early Black Friday deals happening right now and I wanted to share them with you in case you're looking to get a jump start on shopping, you like shopping during sale season, you're looking for a discount on something specific. Again, I'll put a Google Doc in the description box below and I'll update that pretty frequently over like the next week or week and a half. That way you can reference that document if you want to see any additional sales that go up. But thank you so much for watching. Thanks again to Haley's for sponsoring today's video. Don't forget, you can get 25% off their products on Amazon during the Black Friday sale. So I'll put the link in the description box below so you can scroll through and check them out. Thanks again for being here. I'll see you very soon with a new one. Bye.